Welcome back. So now that you know how to launch your Microsoft PowerPoint 2016 application and you are now familiar with the interface, so we're going to take a step further and I'm going to be showing you how to now work within the application, how to create your presentation. Now I'll first show you a way to create your presentation that is very popular out there, and I'm going to show you a more professional way to create your presentation later. So the first one I want to show you is the popular one that people are used to. So I told you earlier that this is your slide tab. You have your slide pane here where you can work and all that. Now I'm going to show you two ways by which you can enter text in your slide. Do you understand that? So the first way to do that is to enter it straight into the placeholders. Now when you have a slide, you also have placeholders. Now all these shapes you're seeing on the slide are called placeholders. So they give you the opportunity to be able to insert your text and other objects. Do you understand that? All these shapes you're seeing will not show in your presentation or show when you print your presentation. They are just there to, serve as a guide for you. So when you click, as you can see, it's saying click to add title. Why is it saying this? Because the first slide that comes out in a presentation is the title slide. Because for your presentation, don't forget that your PowerPoint is used to create presentations. Do you understand that? So, and if you're going to make a presentation, your presentation must have a title slide where you put, oh, this is what I'm trying to make a presentation on. So let's say, for example, I'm going to click now to add the title. Let's say I want the title to be let's say content developments. That's what I want to speak on. So, and I'm trying to make a presentation on that. Okay. So do I have a subtitle? Maybe I want to put by Alan Smith. Something like this. So this is going to be my title slide. Do you understand that? So all the things I worked in, all these shapes are called placeholders. Look at it. This is a placeholder. This is another placeholder. You see them with dotted lines. Do you understand that? So they are your placeholders. So on a slide, you're going to find that there. The only slide that you're not going to have placeholders on is if you choose a blank slide. Don't forget, there's a difference between blank presentation and blank slide. Do you understand that? When you launch your application, where you're going to first get to is where you're going to make a choice of the presentation type that you want to launch. So it gives you the opportunity to select from the templates that have been populated on the application, or you choose a blank presentation that you want to start working on. Do you understand that? So that's how we got here. But there's also a blank slide apart from the blank presentation. Do you understand that? So as you have this now, this second slide, I can change the layout to a blank slide. It means all these placeholders will not be there. So I want to be the one to populate this slide by myself. I want to put text myself. I want to add text myself. I want to add objects myself and things like that. So I don't want this kind of placeholder. I want to do it myself. So if I want that, I will have to go to where I have the layout, because I want to change it now. So I'm going to go to layout and select blank. So when you select blank, you see that it's empty. There's nothing there. I hope you understand that. So that's the only time that you will have a slide that doesn't have placeholders. Do you get that now? But on normal slides, you're going to have placeholders, as you can see there. Now this title and content now. So after you've selected the first one, you can only have one title slide on a presentation. Do you understand what I'm saying? Except you have a presentation that has sections, and each section will now have its own title slide. Do you understand that? But if you just have a straight presentation that has no section and things like that, you're only going to have one title slide. But if you have a presentation that has sections, then it will have title slides. But that doesn't mean that each section has to, have its own title slide. Do you understand what I'm saying? But it depends on what you want to achieve. Okay? So that's that about that. So as you can see now, I was able to type in this slide with my placeholders. That doesn't mean that I cannot adjust the placeholders to suit what I want to achieve. If I don't like where it is now, I can change the positioning. So all I need to do is to click there. Then don't forget, when I was teaching you in Microsoft Word, I taught you how to move objects. That you need to allow this the four-headed arrow to show. Then you click on the outline. Do you understand that? Then you can now drag it to wherever you want to drag it. Can you see that it's moving now? So if I drop it now, it will move. If I want to move this one also, I can move it by dragging this. Do you understand that? So I'm going to undo it because I still like them where they are, because they are the center of this slide. Do you understand that? So these are things that you need to know. I hope you're following. So let's go back now to continue to work. So how do you add more slides? As you can see, this is another slide. Slide 2, I added that earlier. But I'm going to delete this now. I'll show you how to delete later. Now, how do you add a new slide? You have to come to Home tab, then come to Slides group. Can you see? Then go to New Slide. Then you can now choose from all these layouts. These are layouts that you have for slides. Do you understand that? So you can decide to choose out of all these templates. Do you get that? From all these layouts, sorry, not template, for your slide. So this is the first one that I chose, which I told you that you can only have one title slide. But if you feel you want to have double, no problem. But on a normal ground, you should have one title slide on a presentation. Now, this is title and content. This section header. Can you see that? So this is if you want to sectionalize your presentation, you want to have several sections. Maybe you are making presentation on different things, but you are still the one to make the presentation to your viewers. So you can now sectionalize them. So each section will now have a section header. So you can use this now to give a header to your section. Do you understand what I'm saying? Instead of now having plenty title slides. Do you understand that? So on a normal ground, you have one title slide, then you can now have section headers. Do you understand that? So that's the way it works. So you have two content. You have comparison. That is if you want to compare two things, maybe two graphs. You want to show that this is in 2020, this is in 2019. Or you want to show two tables. This is in 2019, this is in 2020. Do you understand what I'm saying? You can also have title only. You can also have blank, which I showed you earlier. You can have content with caption. You can have picture with caption. So this is dependent on what you want to achieve. I hope you're getting it now. So let me quickly select this as number 2. So I'm going to select title and content layout. So if you notice, it has created the slide for me. Look at it here. So I can now come to the placeholders and type there. So if you look at this first order, you have click to add title. That's where you have to put your title. Do you understand that? So you type the title there. Then if you have points, don't forget that this is PowerPoint. So you have to make a list of your PowerPoints. Do you understand that now? The PowerPoints of your presentation, the points that are powerful that you need to let your audience know about. So not to just flog the slides with a whole lot of text. No. Do you understand that? They're just to give you points that you are to talk on. Do you understand that? So PowerPoint gives you an opportunity to outline your talking points. You know, some people, when you see their PowerPoint slides, oh, you'll be like, wow, this is serious. They populate it with text as if they want to, you know, read a story to people. No, that's not how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to put points there that you will now talk on. Do you understand that? So if you have them, so most of those points are to be listed in bullets. So if you look at this, a bullet now, bullet point. So they are supposed to be bullet points. So let's say, for example, I want to talk on nations. Let's say continents. Continents. Let me say the continents of the world. Let's say that's what I want to talk about. Then I will make a list of them. I can say Asia. I can say America. Maybe South America. I can say North America. I can say Africa. I can say Europe. I can say Oceania and the likes. So let's say this is what I want to put in this slide 2. So look at slide 1 giving me the title slide. Then slide 2 is giving me the continents of the world, then making an outline of those continents. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you want to move on now to create the next slide. Let's say I want to go to new slide now, still under home tab. You go to home tab. You go to home tab. Are you there? Then you go to new slide under slides group. Can you see it? New slide. Then let's say I want another title and content. Let's now say I want to show the picture of Asia continent. Do you understand that? Now, I don't have to make a list of bullets now, but you see, if you come to the center of this placeholder, you will see that you have table, you have charts, you have smart art, graphic, you have pictures, you have online pictures, then you have video. These are things that you can insert into this placeholder. So apart from the bulleted points or bullet points or whatever. Do you understand that? So if you want to insert, let's say pictures now, let's say I want to insert Asia continent picture. All I need to do is to click pictures. That is if the picture is on my computer. Do you understand that? If it's not there, maybe it's online, you have to choose the other option, which is online pictures. So if it's video that I want to add, I'll click video. If it's table, I'm going to click table. Do you understand that now? So let me choose, let's say this is Asia now. I'm selecting this picture, then I'm going to click insert. And I'm going to wait for it. So as you can see now, I have the picture there. Do you understand that? Let's say I want one more slide. Let's go to comparison. So let's say we want to compare two continents, comparing Asia with Africa. So let's say this is, when I say Africa, let's say this is Asia. I want to show it with pictures. Do you understand that? Or if you have a video or whatever, do you understand that? Or a graph. Let's say, for example, now you want to compare, what do we call this thing now? GDP of both continents. You can do that. Do you understand what I'm saying? By typing the title here, you type the other title, maybe Africa GDP. You understand? Asia GDP. And you want to show it with graph, maybe for some years and all that. So let's say you just click insert chart. Then you can select any of these charts. I've taught you all this under Microsoft Word, so you shouldn't have any problem with this. So maybe I should use, let me use column. So I'm going to use column, which I think is okay. So I'll say okay. So that chart is going to be inserted now. Look at it now. So it's coming with data. You know, if you have data for the chart, definitely it's going to be typed here and you're going to have it here. Do you understand what I'm saying now? Don't forget that this is Microsoft Excel being incorporated into your PowerPoint. Do you understand that? So this is your spreadsheet. Okay. So I'm going to close it. Let's just assume that this is what we want to achieve. Then I'm going to go to second one. Let's say I want to have another chart too. I'm going to select that. Then I'm going to say okay. Do you understand that? So I'm not working with the data now. I just need the charts to demonstrate to you. Can you see it? So we now have two charts now. Let's say this is for Africa, this is for Asia. You know quite all right that definitely if you have data for them, they won't be like this. Do you understand that? So now you have a presentation with 4 slides now. So if you want to make a presentation to your audience, you're going to begin to make the presentation from slide 1 and begin to move until you get to the end of your slides. Do you understand? So that's the way it is. So now you know how to create, you know how to create your presentation now. And the next thing I'm going to show you, I've just showed you how to enter text into your slides using the slide pane. Now let me show you another way by which you can add text to your slides. So you're going to go to View tab, then come to Outline View. When you come to the Outline View, you're going to see this. So you see that all the things that you typed are here. You can edit them if you want to. Look at it now. If you click here, you can edit, can change it if you don't want again. As you're changing it, you see that it's displaying here. Do you understand that? So that's the way to work. Do you understand? If you want to change the content development, you can also change it to something else that you want. Can you see it's changing? So this is another way to add text or edit the text on your slides. Do you understand that? You come to View tab, then you come to Outline View, then you can make the adjustment that you want to make. All you need to do is keep moving to the next one and all that. Do you understand that? So this is what you need to understand. What if you now want to create the next slide from here? Can you create a slide from here? Yeah, sure, you can. So all you need to do, if you want to create a new slide, after this last item, you can press Enter key. As you can see, it has come down to a place where you should be able to hide this, to add the slide. So all you need to do is to click Shift. You press Shift tab on your keyboard to push it to the left, and another slide is going to be added. But that slide that is going to be added will look like the last one you worked on. As you can see now, that's what you have here, comparison. I hope you got that. So if I want to quit this view now, I'll have to click normal back. Under view, normal. So the best way to still work is to work on the normal view, not on the outline view. Do you understand that? So let me also show you something here. If you look at this split bar, you can use it to decrease. When you click on it, you allow the two-headed arrow to show this particular line that looks like a divider between this outline and the slide pane. Do you understand that? So when you drag it, you can reduce it. Do you understand that? You can also increase it. Do you understand that? So that's that about that. So if you want to go back to normal view, you click normal. Then you're going to come back to your normal slide. As you can see now, when you come back to normal view, you can go to your home tab, then change the layout of your slide to something else. You know, when you are creating it newly, you can choose the layout for that slide. But after you've created it, you can change the layout by coming, you click the slide, then come to layout. Do you understand that? So that's one thing you need to know. I hope you got that now. So if I want to change this now, let's say I want to change it to, what can I change it to? Let me change it to title and content. Then let me say, thank you. That's just what I want to have there. Then maybe I want a picture to be there, you know, just to say thank you. Let's say something like this. Do you understand that? So I now have 5 slides. So you now know how to add text to your slides through the normal view and the outline view. Do you understand that? So this is how it works. I hope you're getting it now. So you can also, if you look at the split bar here also, if you look at it very well, you can also move close to it. Then you're going to have your two-headed arrow. Then you can also drag it to increase the slide tab. Do you understand what I'm saying? As you're increasing that, the other one will be, you know, decreasing gradually. Do you understand that? Until you get to the end of it, then you can also decrease it depending on what you, how you like it. Do you understand that? So it's the ball is in your court. Do you understand? So this just gives you a preview of all the slides you have in this presentation. So it's the list of the slides on this presentation. I hope you got that. So I've also taught you how to, you know, move around within the presentation, how to move from one slide to another. You can scroll through the slide tab. Do you understand? By just moving. If you click the first one now, you see that it's selected. If you click another one, it's going to be selected. So you can scroll to the slide that you want to work on, then click on it, then it will display. Then you can come here to now work on it. Do you understand that? That's how to move. You can equally click, then use your navigation keys to move around. The navigation keys on your keyboard, you can use them to move around. Do you understand that now? You can as well scroll using your scroll bar. Do you understand that? To whatever slide you want to go to. I hope you're getting it now. So these are things that you need to know, and I taught you the use of previous slide and next slide options. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you can also use those two tools to navigate within your presentation. Now the next thing I want to show you is to show you how to save your documents. I've just showed you how to add text and object to your to your slides and the entire presentation. But now let's look at how to save presentation. So the same way you've been doing your work, you can do the same here. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you can go to File, as you can see, then go to Save. When you click Save, the same way you saved under Microsoft Word, you have those options here as well. Do you understand what I'm saying? You can go to browse. If the folder you want to save the file, sorry, the presentation is here, then you can save it in any of these folders. But if it's not here, you can go to browse. Do you understand what I'm saying? Then look for the location where the where you want to save your work. Do you understand what I'm saying? It could be on desktop, maybe one folder on the desktop, or probably you want to save it on the documents. Do you understand? Several things. So you could use any of the locations, but I will use a desktop to save this presentation. Do you understand that? So when you select the location, as you can see, this PC to desktop. So this is where I want to save it. So I want it to be right on the desktop, not in any of the folders on the desktop. Do you understand that? So now you have your file name. So here you are to type what you want to use, to the name you want to use to save this presentation. So any name you want to use, you can give to it. Do you understand what I'm saying? I can give this one content. Do you understand that? That's the name I want to give to the presentation, because it seems I have one like that on the desktop. Do you understand that? Now, one thing I also need you to know is that you're on desktop now. You can create a folder, a fresh folder on the desktop for maybe a new set of presentations that you want to create. So you can go to new folder and create a folder and now save the work inside the folder. So I'm going to create one for you to see how to create a folder within any of the directories. So look at it, we're on desktop now, and these are the folders and the files inside those folders. So these are the documents and the folders we have there. So I'm going to click new folder, and that's going to create a new folder within desktop. Can you see that? So I can rename it now to maybe presentation. Okay. So when you're done, you just click out. Then look at it now. So I can save my work inside this presentation. So how do I save it now that I've created it? I will double click it. Then you will see that you now have desktop to presentation. So this presentation is inside the desktop. Do you understand that now? So that's the way it is. So, and if I save this work now, it's going to be inside this folder on the desktop. But if I want it to be right on the desktop, not inside any of the folders, I'll have to click desktop. Do you understand that? And I can now save the work. I hope you're getting it. If you go back to your desktop now, you see this folder there, even though it's going to be empty because there's nothing there yet. So I want it to be directly on the desktop. Okay. So I'm just going to use this name to save it. Then save as type. This is the type you want, the type of document you want to use to save your presentation. The type of presentation. So we have different formats there. This is where you're going to select any of the formats. So which of these formats do you want to use to save your work? Do you want it as PowerPoint presentation, which is the default one? And when you select this option, you're going to have it as content.pptx. This is what you're going to have. Now, but if you select this other option, which is PowerPoint 97 to 2003 presentation, what you're going to have here is content.ppt. Do you understand that? So now, if you save your work with PPTX and you use this PowerPoint presentation, and you want to open it on Microsoft PowerPoint 2003, it's not going to open it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because they won't be compatible. But if I'm going to open any work I do on this higher version of Microsoft PowerPoint, on any of the lower versions from 97 to 2003, I will have to select this option. So if where I want to open this presentation is on 97 to 2003, what's it called now? PowerPoint application, then I have to choose this. I see the reason why people choose this is if they are not going to use their system to make a presentation and they are not sure of the application that will be on the computer they're going to use. So people use this so that they will be on the safer side. So whatever application you're going to use, whether the previous versions or the newer versions, you can always make do with this 97 to 2003 presentation. The same thing is applicable on the Word application. I hope you're getting it now. So, but for the sake of this course, I'm going to use PowerPoint presentation. But if you want to open it on lower versions, you can use this. You can also save with in PDF format or XPS format. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you can use any of these to save your work. I hope you get what I'm saying. So these are things that you need to know. Any of these also could be used to save your work. Do you understand that? Maybe you want your PowerPoint as a PDF document that you want to give to people. Do you understand what I'm saying? You can use PDF format to save your work. Some people have XPS viewer on their systems. So if you save it as XPS, they will need the XPS viewer to view the document. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you can save with XPS as well. I hope you're getting it now. If you want this PowerPoint presentation to become a template, you can use PowerPoint template to save it. I hope you're getting it very clearly now. So that's what you need to understand. So let me quickly demonstrate the first one. So I'm going to use PowerPoint presentation, as you can see. So you have content now. That's what I'm using to save it, and I'm going to save it on the desktop. Can you see that? So the next thing I'm going to do is to do save now. Okay. So when I click save, you'll notice that the name on the title bar has changed. Have you seen that now? It has changed. So you need to understand that. So, and if I minimize now to go to my desktop, I'm going to have that document there, the presentation there, sorry. So as you can see now, it's here, right on the desktop. Let's go back to my document. All you need to do is to come back to your taskbar. I've told you how to go back to your document. When you minimize it, then you can bring it back. So let's save using the other extensions, the other formats. So we're going to come back. Now that you have saved your work first time, if you want to save now and you use save, nothing will happen. It will only add what you've added to this presentation to the previous what's it called now, work you've done. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's what your save command will do for you. But if you want to save to another format now, you have to click save as. Then let's save it on the desktop also. So I'm still going to use desktop. Can you see that? So I'm going to click desktop, and that's where I want to save it. So I'm going to use let's say PowerPoint 1997 2003 presentation. I'm still going to save it on the desktop. Then I'm going to click save. So as you can see now, there's a compatibility check-in. So this checks the compatibility of all the things you have on the presentation with 97 to 2003 formats. So if you say check compatibility when saving, then it will do that. So you can say continue. It will check the compatibility and save it. So as you can see now, content with compatibility mode. Okay. So anytime you open this document using 97 to 2003, it will open there successfully. So let me minimize to see what we've just done now. As you can see, this is the second thing we saved. Do you understand? So can you see this is it? Microsoft PowerPoint 97 to 2003. Can you see that? Presentation. This one is the first one we saved. So if you take this particular document now to its computer that has PowerPoint 97 to 2003 application on it, then you'll be able to open that. I hope you understand that. So that's how it works. Let's go back to our document and let's do another saving. So we're going to save now as, let's save as let's go back. We're still going to use desktop. You understand? I'm still using desktop. So I'm going to use PDF this time around. And see PDF. So I will make it standard publishing online and printing. If you want to only publish online, you don't want to print it, you choose the second option. So it will, reduce the size of the document for you. Now, when you're pushing something online, you have to make sure that the size of that document is not that big. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it doesn't consume much bandwidth. So you need to understand that. So, but now we'll publish online and we'll also print. So I'll choose standard option. So I'm going to save it now with the same name. As you can see, it's publishing it now. So you can see, so my application has stopped working because this thing just loaded the PDF that we just created. Do you understand that? So I'm going to close this. So as you can see now, this is the PDF. So you can give this out now to people, send to people. This is a presentation. Do you understand that? So that's that on that. So I can close it now. This is the PDF that we just saved now. So I'm going to open this back. This is the presentation. All I need to do is to right click on it, then click open, or I double click on it to open it. So whichever one you prefer, you can do that. So I'm going to double click right now to open the document back. So I have this now. The final one I want to do for you is to teach you how to save using the other format that I talked about the other time, which is a presentation show, the PowerPoint show. So look at this. I'm going to use this time around, PowerPoint show here. I'm still going to use the same name. Do you understand that? The reason why I'm using the same name is for me to be able to identify all things that I've been saving. Now, I saved all of them on the same location desktop with the same name. This is possible because I'm using different file formats for them. If not, it won't allow it. If you are using the same file format, it will tell you that you've saved with this name before. Do you understand that? So it is possible because I'm using different file formats for them. Do you understand that now? So I'm going to use PowerPoint show now. You also have the PowerPoint show for 97 to what was it called now, to 2003. Do you understand? So this is what you need to understand. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to save it on the desktop as well. So let me save it. So I've saved that. Then when I go there, it's already there. Can you see this? So if I click now, so it's telling me that PowerPoint has detected that your graphics card may not be configured. It's because I have issues with the driver for my graphics card that this is showing. On your own, you shouldn't have this problem. If this message appears on your computer, then your graphics card has not been driven yet. So you need driver to drive that graphics card. So I'm going to say OK for it to load. Look at it now. So it's just showing me straight away the slideshow of my what was it called now, of my presentation. So I can use my navigation keys now to move. Do you understand that? And this is the end. Do you understand? So that's the way it works. So if I close this now and go back to this slideshow and I open it without opening the application, I say OK. This is what I'm going to have. So when I'm done, it closes. So it doesn't have to even launch the application before it opens. Do you understand that? So that's what this does. I hope you got that now. So I'm going to open the application now. Now that I have, how do I put it now, saved the work and they are here. How to open it is not difficult. I've just demonstrated that to you. So all you need to do is to either right click on it, If your own is on document, you need to go to document. Do you understand what I'm saying? To open it. How do you get there? You go to your start button, then you go to File Explorer. So when you click File Explorer, you're going to have it here. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you can see documents. If your own is on document, you go there. If your own is on desktop, you can open the same document on that desktop from here. So if I click desktop, I'm going to scroll down to those presentations that I saved. So look at them here. Look at all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you understand that? So I can now open them from here. If it's on document, I can open it from here. Do you understand that? So that's the way it works. But what I want to open is on desktop. So when I get there, it's either I double click on it or I right click on it, then click open. So the choice is yours. So this is the one I want to open, not this. I want to open the one for, as you can see now, look at the icon for the one that's compatible with Microsoft PowerPoint 2016. And look at the one that's compatible with 97 to 2003. You can see that they are different. So anywhere you see this icon, that tells you clearly that this is for 97 to 2003, and then this is for 2003 upwards. Sorry, this. Do you understand that? So you need to get that right. So that's that. So I'm going to open it now. I'll double click to open, or you right click, then click open. Then you're going to have this. Do you understand that? So I can maximize it. You know how to use all this now. This to restore, then you click maximize. This to minimize. Do you understand that? I've taught you this while working on Microsoft Word. So this is close. So if I want to close the entire presentation, this is what I'm going to use to close that. Do you understand that? To click the entire PowerPoint application, this is what I'm going to use to close. But if I want to close only this application, how do I do that? I need to go to File, then go to Close. Then it's going to close the presentation, but I'll still be within the application. So if I have other things that I still want to open, I can go back to File now, then go to Open. Then I can open the same document back. Can you see that? So, but if I want to close the entire presentation, I can close from here directly. Or first of all, go to Close, then click Close. Then I've closed the application now. So that's how to close your document. Finally now, let's now try to open 2 PowerPoint presentations. So I'm going to open the one with, let me see. I think this should be the one with, okay, this is 97 to 2003 presentation, and this is the other one. So I'm going to open the 2 of them. So you know how to open now. So it's loading. So from here, I'm going to open the other document. Go to File, go to Open. Then I'm going to go to Browse. I'm going to go to the desktop where the document is. Then I'm going to locate the document, which is this particular one that I'm looking at here. Content. Can you see that? So 97 to 2003. Then I'm going to open it. So now I have 2 PowerPoint presentations open. Now, just like what I taught you earlier, how to switch between documents and Microsoft Word, you can do the same here. So let's say I want to check the other document that I opened. This is the compatibility mode, the 97 to 2003. So to switch to the other document, I have to come to the taskbar, to the PowerPoint icon. Then you're going to see the compatibility mode, and you're going to see the original PowerPoint presentation that I created. So if I select it now, I'll be there. If I want to go back to the other one, I have to click, then switch to it. So that's one way to switch. Another way to do that is to go to your View tab. When you get to the View tab, you're going to come to where you have switch windows. Can you see that? So when you have switch windows, you click it, then you see those two presentations currently open. If you have more than two, all of them will be listed here. Then you can switch. So if I want to switch back to content that is from 2003 upwards, then I can select this, then come there. Do you understand that? So that's how to switch between your documents, between your presentations. I hope you understand that now. So I'm sure now you can now switch. You can open more than one or two documents and switch between those presentations. So just keep trying that. Do you understand that? Keep trying it. Open as many presentations as possible. Switch between all of them. Do you understand that? So I didn't just want to forget about that. Then also you have your zoom slider here, which I told you that by the time you begin to increase it, it would be a little bit bigger. Do you understand that? It doesn't affect the content. It only affects the view. Do you understand that? So which you can also find on your view tab. So you see zoom here. Can you see it? The same thing that you have here is here. Do you understand that? So these are things that if you want to fit to window, you can do that. It will fit to the window right away. I hope you got that now. So when you're done with this, you can close your work. Alright, I'm going to close the other one as well. So now you can add text to your presentation. You can work on your slides. You can close your application. You can open PowerPoint application and all that. Now you can save using different formats. So go ahead and rehearse this over and over and over and over again. And I'm going to see you in the next video where we're going to take a step further by looking at how you can now set up your presentation and add more colors to it. So see you in the next video. Thank you.